Oh, the Waco kid, if you're watching this, mate, you asked us about peppers. I didn't normally grow them, but this year I was given a couple of seeds, so I did. There's obviously one there, two, and then there's a one just at the back there, three, and then on this plant afternoon everyone, and it is absolutely scorching in here. 40 degrees by that one, but this thermometer says 43, so give or take. It's just going to be basically a quickish video. I just want to put on me cucumber plants. They're getting too big for these little pots now. Actually, be backwards, I'll tell you how big they are. Two foot. Bang on 24 inches. So I'm going to change them over into these big 30 litre tubs. Then they'll be gone through into the tomato room. So I like whatever I'm putting in, I like to have a bit of bloodfish and bone in with it. But I also like to add a bit of perlite. I know a lot of people don't. I like adding perlite to it. Now I'll tell you what this is. This is just old spent compost off my dwarf tomatoes. So these were planted, or sown, sorry, on the 22nd of the 7th. So that's what, 27, so it's about 36 days the day. Give or take 36 days, so there's 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 5 weeks here. So it's not bad for a 5-week old plant. Snap these bottom leaves off just so I can get it planted deeper. A lot of people maybe new to gardening or allotmenting might be thinking, why is he doing that? He's just put the actual pot in. Well, if you're new and obviously you're unaware, it'll become apparent in a minute. To those obviously who do know, well, you obviously know what it's in aid of, don't you? Okay, now normally I would just use my hands, which I'm surprised I haven't actually. It's not like me to actually use a trowel. I prefer to use my hands. Right, what's that doing? So to anybody who wasn't sure what I'm doing, I take the pot out. I need to get this little clip off. Rest the plant like that so it doesn't snap. Take that cane out. Tip this one upside down. And that comes away. And that is the same size as that hole. So then I can put that in there. Then I can just fill this back up with compost. And then I will put the cane in for now, just to steady it. Also, what I like to do, when I'm doing this, I'll show you in a second, I'll put that cane back in, just to help it. There, I'll do that. Right, I like, if I've got one, I do like to put a plant pot in there as well. The reason being with that, I can actually water down to the roots. So just fill the plant pot with water. And what I do also, I try and make like a moat, just for any spillage, you know. But I don't really like to get the top of the compost soaking wet, you know. I just like it, so it's like that. I've got one in here, and I'll show you. Then basically, there's our plant pot full, and it's already emptying straight in the bottom, so I'll just take this one into next door. Right. Got another one. Just in case you can see, just got all the old stuff up there. Tomatoes. Right. Where's that other one? Right, as you'll see, this one planted the same date, 22nd of the 7th. I'll measure this one, see what the height of this is. The other one was 2 foot. This one is 22 inches. So there's 2 inches difference in height at the moment. And once again, I'll snap these bottom leaves off. In theory, I should have this pot. Hey, you see what I mean? I should have had this pot resting in this tidy. But I'm a mucky so and so. You know, I'm far from tidy. I like my shed being tidy. I like my greenhouse being tidy, but as for me being tidy when I'm working, no. Well, not when I'm working down my allotment. If I'm working at work, yes, very, very tidy. Mostly because there's a lot of the members of the public actually come by. So I've got to be very, very careful with what I leave lying and where I leave it lying. I'll tell you one thing. I might have to go and bring another bag of compost up here, actually. I had started these off about maybe 2 days or maybe even 3 days before I seen a video of Mal, the veg plot man. And I watched a video of Mal the other day, and he's unsure if they're going to grow. Well, if you're watching this, Mal, you can say yourself, yes, they will actually grow, mate. Don't worry about it. Right. Clip off. Stake out. There we go. Right. Oh, I broke a leaf. Never mind. Just snap it off. And we'll put that back in just to help this stay upright for now. I need another little pot. Yeah, that one. Little more effect, because if it ever gets too dry, I never said before, did I? If it gets too dry, you can make a moat and you can water around the moat and the water will still go down. So, oh, that should be a bit higher, just to keep that one up. Yeah, like that. Right, give this one a bit of a water. And then take it through there to join its mate. Right. So I'm just going to pause this video just for a second. So there's both the cucumber plants. That was the first one I put in. As you can see, the pot's empty. Second one, the pot's empty already. So give these another feed. Well, a drink. They were only fed yesterday, so they won't be getting the feed today. They'll probably need quite a few drinks. As you can see, that one's starting to go down quite rapidly, so we'll just top that one up again. Obviously it's had new compost. That one's going down, top it up. You know, the new compost is going to absorb quite a lot of the water. So, if you're watching, Mal, yes, your cucumbers will grow, and I've got every confidence they'll produce fruit as well, mate. So, oh, the Waco kid, if you're watching this, mate, you asked us about peppers. I didn't normally grow them, but this year I was given a couple of seeds, so I did. There's obviously one there, two, and then there's a one just at the back there, three. Then on this plant, There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, and a bigger one. There's 5, 6, and one behind that. 7 starting to grow there, Waco. So if I can grow them, no reason why anybody else can it. I'll take you down, let you see the onions in a minute for the comp, and show you a couple of big tomatoes. So I'll just pause this video here while I put all these things away. Thank you. So I've got a few canny big ones still. You can see the size of that in my hand. There's a one there, which I can just keep my hand around it. I've got a bigger one here. And now I'm going to actually show you though. It's absolutely massive. There. That's in my hand. That gives you a clue what that's like. Now we'll go and see the onions. Just to give you an idea of the size of these onions, that's a size onion you get in the shop. That's a standard size onion. And put against that one. Right, and this one is like the large onions you buy in a shop. But so the one in the middle is the large ones from a shop where you buy. So that does give you an idea of the size of these two. Somebody asked me in a comment the other day, because I still had a couple of more really big swede, if I would show them the one that I've got in the bed. So I'm going to try my best to show you the size of that one. If I put my hand there, you know what, it's I really cannot show you the size, but it's absolutely huge. You know, there's a couple of like that. So this one is Marion. The other ones in those beds, they were tweed. And a big scholar, you can see this. There you go, mate. Tell you, flying high above the shed in my allotment. Got a brand new one to take that place because that one's starting to look a little bit faded now. They came from a shop called Barbados down on Barry Island. Just in case you wanted one, mate. Well, I'll tell you what, curiosity killed the cat this year, but I'll tell you, curiosity is getting the better of us. I pulled some parsnips out the box outside last week. They were okay. I only pulled one carrot out. That was okay. It was about 6 or 7 inches. Pretty straight. But I'm dying to see what these are growing like in the tubes here. So I think I'm actually going to pull one parsnip root and one carrot, and then from the boxes I'll pull a carrot and a parsnip. No idea if they're going to be decent, if they're going to be tiny, no idea. But we'll start with, well, we'll just see a carrot from, if I can get this tube. The boxes will block the tubes in. Oh, that bugger. Right, well, there's a carrot, and we'll just get a parsnip. run in with the ones that's in the box. Right. So let's make this a lot easier. Cut the green off. It's much more simpler now. Same with the carrot. And watch me drinking chocolate actually. But we'll see what the carrot's like. Well, we might if we can get a juice. Handy dandy, innit? I didn't really want to, well, I can, but I didn't really want to be digging around it. Could be okay, this one actually. Let's have a look. Got the green off anyway. I think, oh yeah, snapped in 3. Never let it be said that I don't show, so which way, that's got to be the end. There. That was grown sort of board. So that's the one out the tube. Right, we'll have a look, see what the parsnip's like if we can get this one out. At least it's coming out. Looks more like a little turnip, but with the good comes the bad. Like I say, I didn't hide out, you know. I'll show everything, whether it's good, it's bad, whether it's knackered. Right, so I will pull the one out of the box here. So come here. Right, so that one's Autumn King. It's not too bad. It's about, I don't know, 5 inches, give or take. So more greens for the compost. Getting the parsnip was going to be good because the leaves and that have all grew together, but we'll try. I need it out of the box. Great. Yeah, I wouldn't have bothered. I really wouldn't have bothered. I'm going to pull another one out. If they're all going to be just like this, means I can pull them all out and get rid of them boxes, and I can use this area again, which is beneficial to me. So well, there's 1, 2, they're not worth having, to be honest with you. 3, 4, 6. Well, put it this way. There's 6. So I think I will pull the rest out, or at least until I get to a decent sized one, at least. There's 2. And there's another 2 which are Absolutely minute to say the least. There's another one. And another. And another. And a couple more. So, need decent ones there. So, well, there's only a few more to pull out then in that case. May as well get them all out. No, that one's not too bad. It's not big by any means, but at the same time, it isn't too bad. That one's small. That one is very small. Yeah, these two are something called a doll's kitchen, I believe. Now there's two, that's all right. Right, so then were those little ones, and two of them are all right. You'd be able to put them on a Sunday dinner if you roasted them or whatever, but that's me done with these ones anyway. So the ones in the tube before weren't very clever, so I might as well try and see if I can pull those out and see if it's any difference. Note to that one. Carnival Halloween, isn't it? It's like your Matt used to cut the hair. Edward Scissorhands. I did pull a one just a couple of seconds ago, which you might have heard tiny. Phew. One, two. That one's good. Absolutely tiny. So I've got them through. Need got the man lobbyist. This one hasn't came out yet. Dee-dee. That's just like a tooth with a root, isn't it? That just leaves, oh, doesn't leave any. They're all done, aren't they? Yeah. So, what I've gathered from this, growing them in the tubes and growing them in them the black buckets is a no-no in future. I'll stick to using my big deep bed. The one thing, what I remember, I didn't thin these out. That could also have a lot to do with it. But, as they say, no good crying over spilt milk, is it? So, drinking chocolate. think we'll end this video here now. I'm gonna go home, see to Brain. I am tempted to empty all these 4 boxes, you know, the carrots, but I think I might just leave them just for a while anyway, give them a chance to grow. So although there's no wind up here and it's red hot, or very little breeze I should say here, very little, I hope you all manage to have a really good day. Have a good evening. Ta-ra everyone, bye bye.